Namaskar, welcome to Ekaksha. I am Nipa Das and today I will start the second part of the fifth English poem of class 9 and the name of the poem is A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal. And in this part we will discuss the question answers of this poem. Mormor Satri Hakol, Aji Ami Nobam Srini Ingrazir, Polsomti Kobita, Alusuna Korim, Aru, A Partit Ami, A Kobitatir, question answers Homu, Alusuna কৰিম আশা কৰো তোমালোকৰ সহায় হ'ব I hope it will be helpful. So let us look at the first question. Question 1. Look at the quotation. When inverted comma মাজত দিয়া হৈছে কবিতাৰ হাৰি দিয়া হৈছে so a slumber did my spirit seal says the poet. That is a deep sleep closed off his soul or mind. How does the poet react to his loved one's death? Does he feel deep sense of grief or does he feel a great peace? So তেখেতৰ প্ৰিয়জনৰ যে মৃত্যু হৈছে তেতিয়া মৃত্যুত কবি কি অনুভৱ কৰিছে হেতু সুধিছে okay so now let us look at the answer in the poem the poet is deeply affected by the death of his loved one. So, in this poem, as we have already read it and I also explained it to you, we have seen that the poet is deeply affected by the death of his loved one. কি দৰে তেওঁৰ এফেক্ট হৈছিলে তেওঁৰ কি হৈছিলে আহাচোন পঢ়ো At first, he feels sadness and pain. As we read the poem, we got to know that at first, he feels sadness and pain. প্ৰথমে তেওঁ কি খুব দুখত আছিলে হয়নে he was very shocked in a state of disbelief he was almost numb and he was in lot of pain তেওঁ খুব দুখ কষ্ট পাই আছিলে but over time his grief fades as he comes to accept her death কিন্তু লাহে লাহে তেওঁ কি তেওঁটো স্বীকাৰ কৰিলে যে তেখেতৰ প্ৰিয়জন আৰু এই পৃথিৱীত নাই he begins to understand that she has become a part of nature and that she is beyond the physical world. আৰু শেষত তেওঁৰ এই অনুভৱটো হ'ল বা তেওঁটো স্বীকাৰ কৰিলে যে তেখেতৰ প্ৰিয়জন কি হৈছে এতিয়া এই প্ৰকৃতিৰে এটা অংশ হৈ গৈছে কাৰণ মৃত্যুৰ পিছত কি আমি সকলো এই পৃথিৱীতে মিলি যাম হয় নে নহয় তেখেতৰ প্ৰিয়জনো কি হৈছে she has become a part of nature and she is beyond the physical existence এতিয়া তেওঁ শাৰীৰিকভাৱে নাথাকিব পাৰে কিন্তু তেওঁ প্ৰকৃতিৰ মাজত সদায় থাকিব এই কথাকে কবিয়ে বুজি পাইছে okay The poet no longer feels the usual human fears or worries instead he no longer feels fears or worries তেওঁ এতিয়া কোনো ভয় নাই কাৰণ আমাৰ মানুহৰ what is the greatest fear It is the fear of losing a loved one. হয়নে আমাৰ আটাইতকৈ ভয় কি মৃত্যু যে আমি আমাৰ ভালপোৱা মানুহসকল আমাৰ পৰা আঁতৰি যাব হয়নে কিন্তু কবিৰ আৰু সেই ভয়টো নাই কাৰণ his loved one or his beloved is already dead. তেখেতৰ প্ৰিয়জনৰ ইতিমধ্যে মৃত্যু হৈছে সেইকাৰণে তেওঁৰ আৰু কোনো ভয় নাই Instead he finds peace in the thought that his loved one is motionless and beyond time in a state that is beyond earthly concerns. But he feels that তেখেতৰ প্ৰিয়জন কি is motionless. That means she has no motion. She cannot move. And he also knows that the passing of time will have no impact on her. সময়ে তেওঁৰ ওপৰত কোনো প্ৰভাৱ পেলাব নোৱাৰে. Question number 2. The passing of time will no longer affect her, says the poet. Which lines of the poem say this? কবিয়ে যে কৈছে যে সময়ে মানুহগৰাকীৰ ওপৰত এতিয়া আৰু কোনো প্ৰভাৱ পেলাব নোৱাৰে যেহেতু তেখেতৰ এটা মৃত্যু হৈছে হয়নে এই কথাটো আমি কবিতাটিৰ কোনটো কোনটো লাইন পঢ়িলে গম পাওঁ Answer The lines which convey that the poet's beloved is no longer affected by the passing of time are She's seen the thing that could not feel the touch of earthly years. She seemed the thing that could not feel the touch of earthly years. Question number 3. How does the poet imagine her to be after death? Does he think of her as a person living in a very happy state, a heaven, Or does he see her now as a part of nature? In which lines of the poem do you find your answer? তাৰমানে কবিয়ে মৃত্যুৰ পিছত এতিয়া তেওঁৰ প্ৰিয়জনক কেনেদৰে থকা বুলি তেওঁৰ অনুভৱ হয় বা ভাবিছে তেওঁ খুব সুখী বুলি ভাবিছে নে এতিয়া প্ৰকৃতিৰ এটা অংশ হৈছে কি বুলি কবিয়ে ভাবিছে So let's look at the answer. The poet imagines her lying under the earth and rolling round with Earth's daily rotation. So the poet knows that his beloved has become a part of nature. And just as the earth rotates, she also rotates with the earth. কবিয়ে এতিয়া মানি লৈছে বা তেওঁ এতিয়া বুজি পাইছে যে তেখেতৰ প্ৰিয়জন কি হৈছে এতিয়া প্ৰকৃতিৰ এটা অংশ হৈ গৈছে আৰু যিদৰে পৃথিৱীয়ে ঘূৰে সদায় সেইদৰে তেওঁ এই পৃথিৱীৰ লগতে ঘূৰি আছে No, he does not think her as a person living in a very happy state. তেওঁ এইদৰেও ভবা নাই যে মানুহগৰাকী এতিয়া খুব ফূৰ্তিত আছে স্বৰ্গত আছে এই ধৰণৰ কথা কবিয়ে আমাক কোৱা নাই He sees her as a person who has lost all her human feelings. তেওঁ ভাবিছে যে এতিয়া তেখেতৰ প্ৰিয়জনৰ যিহেতু তেখেতৰ মৃত্যু হ'ল মৃত্যুৰ পিছত তেখেতৰ আৰু এতিয়া কোনো মানৱীয় অনুভূতি নাই She has no human feelings and emotions. Okay? She is motionless. She cannot move. আমি কবিতাটিত পঢ়িছো হয়নে He imagines her to be an inseparable part of nature. So, inseparable means cannot be separated. So, she has become an inseparable part of nature. Prakritir eta অংশ হৈ ৰৈ গ'ল It is shown in the line, আৰু কোনটো লাইনত আমি গম পাইছো এই লাইনটো চোৱা rolled round in earth's diurnal course with rocks and stones and trees. Okay, look at this line again. Rolled round in earth's diurnal course with rocks and stones and trees. তাৰমানে পৃথিৱী যিদৰে protecting the earth rotates on its axis every day, isn't it? So now she has also been buried in the soil. হয়নে নহয়? And her body got mixed with the soil. So now she will also rotate with the earth. And now she has become a part of the rocks and stones and trees, which means that she has become a part of nature. এতিয়া তেখেত কি হৈছে কবিৰ প্ৰিয়জন এতিয়া এই প্ৰকৃতিৰে এটা অংশ হৈ গ'ল Okay? So Students, we have come to the end of the question answers of this poem. এই কবিতাটিৰ question answers আলোচনা কৰা আমাৰ ইমানতে শেষ হ'ল আশা কৰোঁ তোমালোকৰ সহায় হ'ব I hope it was helpful. So students, we have come to the end of part 2 of the 5th English poem of class 9, A Slumber Did My Spirit Sail. Hope you enjoyed reading the poem. See you again in the next class. Until then, take care. Thank you.